Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back, MotoGP fans. We are at round 3 of the Red Bull Rookies Cup. We are at the TT Assen circuit. I'm currently sitting, I believe, 4th in points. I've been on pole quite a few times. Well, this is only the third round, I'm sorry. But man, I have not done good in the races. I have a bad start every time, and I have to try to work my way up. So qualifying was in the wet. I did get pole by like 4 or 5 seconds. Pretty easy. I think I'm gonna have to bump up the difficulty. All right. And I've done the same thing that I've done the previous 2 rounds. I screw up the start somehow. I was in 3rd gear for somehow. It put me in 3rd gear automatically right there. I didn't have my clutch in for one, so I messed that up. But why did it put me in 3rd gear automatically? I have no idea. So now I got to work my way through these guys. Look at these AI, this whole bunch of riders. That would be... Oh, man. About 6 guys just took each other out right there. Why were they all on the grass? I thought this neural AI was supposed to be good, and they did like 200,000 laps. Man, they all took to the grass. Now I got to work my way through these guys. It's pretty easy. Like I said, I'm at 90% difficulty. I need to bump that up. I'm getting a little better. I'm going to try... I think I might try 95 or 100 next time, if I remember. I can imagine trying to weave through this many people. Sorry. Yeah, I messed those guys up. Oh. Yeah, so what did you think about the last Grand Prix, where Lorenzo kind of took out Viñales, Rossi, Dovizioso, all in that one corner? Man, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was surprised by Dovi because Marquez had just passed Dovi. Dovi kind of had to check up. That surprised Lorenzo, and he then just went down, tucked the front, took out Dovi and Viñales. Rossi, I thought, was going to escape, but he didn't. Bike went into him, and he went down. Not too hard, thankfully. Man, so that just hands, points to Marc Marquez so easy. So good work, teammate. Oh, I think that must have been one of Lorenzo's friends. He just took me out. Oh man, now I got to work my way back from pretty much last again. Like I said, I get pole, and then I mess up the start, and I'm trying to battle back. So I hope I can catch that leading group. Previous 2 rounds, they got it a little too hard, a little too far ahead of me. I couldn't catch up by the end. I'm trying to pass them, so I'm overriding, I think. Trying to get by these guys as soon as possible, and with this small bike, you don't have a lot of speed. Okay, I did notice on this track, this portion right here, the AI is super slow, and I don't know if it's just this level of AI or if it's the AI on all the difficulties, but this whole section right here, they're very slow until you get to this, until the hairpin. Not the hairpin, sorry, the chicane. How many of you watching do you remember the time that Colin Edwards threw away the win at the chicane there? He's battling with Nicky Hayden. And in the chicane last lap, right at the checkers. He messed up in that chicane, went in the grass, threw away the win. He could have had it. I think that was the year that Nicky Hayden won the championship, probably in 2006, I believe. I think that was the year he did it. Oh man, I could not believe that. That was probably Colin Edwards' best and only chance at winning a race that I can remember. How many other times have we seen some awesome passes going into that chicane? Rossi pulling it on Marquez, them hitting, all kinds of things. It's a good spot. All right, we're going to fast forward a little bit while I work through these guys. Slice through them pretty easy at this difficulty. That's why I said I'm going to have to increase this. A little squirrely there. Feels like MotoGP speed almost. Too hot. I have caught up to them though. Up to the top 6. And this Struben, dropping this down into first gear. I always go wide right there. I don't know how to get a really good line through Struben. If you have any pointers, let me know in the comments. I could really, I need to figure out my starts. A few online races I've done and some of the other just Grand Prix I've done offline. The starts didn't seem that bad. You know, I was using the manual start, so I have the clutch in. Full revs, I gun it. But this Red Bull's Rookie Cup, all 3 races, I have totally just screwed up on the starts. And I must be doing just something simple wrong. I mean, I play all these other games, the motocross games, those, man, whole shot every time. These, I don't know what the problem is. Right, working my way up. Like I said, they're very slow at this portion of the track. I'll try to race this guy clean, but that was too easy. We have hit the front for probably the first time all season. And I have a 5/10 penalty, probably because I cut a corner somewhere. I think it was on one of the earlier laps. Right, let's fast forward some more as we work our way through this Red Bull Rookies Cup. In MotoGP 2019, the game. I think it's pretty awesome though that MotoGP 2019 came out during the season, so we don't have to wait until after the season. Then you're playing, you know, the whole MotoGP season a year behind. I just really hate that about some of these games. Really cool. Now, what I wish they would do is, how about during the season, why don't they update the stats on the riders, like the real riders in the MotoGP class? So if like somebody starts doing really good at a particular track, why don't they bump up the stats on the AI for that particular rider for that track? And then the other riders, if they had a bad race that race, let's make it realistic. So like you're just kind of inserted into that Grand Prix that year, but the AI is following, you know, the stats that they want. So more or less they would kind of finish where they did in the real race. Of course, you can't account for, you know, crashes and like that in the real race, but you know, go off the qualifying times and maybe their best race laps and bump up the AI or bump them down, whatever you want to do. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, I totally missed that corner. I got confused there. I should really put something on that runoff there. that seemed too... Oh, I was able to save it. Right, back to real time for the final lap. I think I've got a pretty good lead. That was the best first corner that I did all race. See if I can get Struben correct this time. I think I'm taking it really easy. Yep, that was the best I've done. On the last lap, let's see if I can get a fast lap here. Don't forget to take the first cutoff here on the right. There we go. Tire wear looks good. Tires did not overheat. That's the thing with the Red Bull Rookies Cup. You can only choose. They give you the medium tires, I think, every time. You don't have a choice. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game, MotoGP 2019. I haven't played the MotoGP game since I think it was MotoGP 2 was the actual title of it. This is way back in the early 2000s. Again, I've mentioned before when I was beta testing Xbox Live, that was one of the games we could test. All right, coming up, last time through the chicane. And I think we will be taking our first win of the Red Bull Rookies Cup in MotoGP 2019. There we go. It's about time. Now I just need to get better at my starts. All right, let's see if I made up any anything in the points, the overall standings. I did. I moved up one. I am now 10 behind Yuki Kuni. Woo! Let's see if we can do it. There we go. First time in Parc Fermé. I think I got fourth or less in all the rest of those other ones. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, man, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.